Hey friends, hopefully this is our last super hot day, but got stuff to do and I can't wait. So heading out for a little bit, and I'm going to be taking care of this giant pile of mulch. Like my husband's work truck, it's more rust than body. I need to take all that mulch out and start filling up the garden. But I got a few steps before I can go ahead and put that mulch out. I need to weed. Gotta take all those weeds out. I'm gonna put them in this bucket and feed them out to the chickens. We'll be very happy to have them. We have to plant the beans and any melons I want and move any flowers around. So big garden day in the heat. This might take a while and this might get posted later as I kind of do it here and there throughout the hot day and take air conditioning breaks. Okay friends, I record my videos on my phone, so you might overheat out here, but I'm gonna try and take video of the day here as we go. I'm out in the garden. I got my bucket and my shovel. I'm gonna go ahead and weed this all out. You might get video of it, you might not. We'll find out. Okay friends, I overestimated how much work I was gonna get done in this heat. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put up a short today and I'm gonna keep chipping away at this all day, and this will be tomorrow's video because there's literally no way I'm gonna get this all done without killing myself from heat stroke. So I did find a couple cool things while I was weeding. I'm gonna show you those real quick. Hang on. Let's go this way before I head into the house and hide in the AC with a cool beverage. Let me flip you around. Okay, see those? I got some there, I got some there, I got some there, I got some there. They are all over the garden. They're all baby coneflowers that have migrated over. I probably have 50 of them, I'm gonna say. I also have Swiss chard. That looks like the pink one from last year. I've got this guy growing up. And I thought I had one more, maybe not. Yeah, look at the size of these starts. I could pot those up and have brand new plants. All right, so I made pretty good progress. Everything here is done. Everything behind me is done. I want to go along this front edge right here when it cools off. And then I'm gonna come right in here and plant beans tonight. Look at these little yahoos. Do you see this? This is a crack in my sidewalk. Those are sunflowers. There are 3 sunflowers growing in the crack of my sidewalk. In the 90-degree heat that's making my coneflowers droop. These crazy sunflowers are here. I have half a mind to just leave them here. Look how close these ranunculus are getting. That one and this one. Okay, I'm back out in the garden. I hope this video makes more sense when I put it together than it does as I'm making it. It's very disjointed on my end. Lots of in and out of the house, but I have hoe. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple rows in here and I'm gonna plant some bush beans. Okay, remember all those coneflowers that were in the garden? As I'm hoeing and I'm finding them, I'm pulling them up. And I went and got this pot and added a little bit of compost to it. And I'm just gonna plant them in here. And I know there's way too many in here for them to grow, but I'm gonna see which ones take root. And when I have more time, when I'm not trying to get everything planted in 90-degree heat, I will come and pot them up into their own containers. And then I will have perennial coneflower plants that I can sell or give away or put somewhere else in the yard later on. Is out in the garden. What you doing, Ava? Show me. She's got a helmet on. You practicing a trick?
I'm practicing my flip.
Your flip? All right, let me see it. No? All right. Okay, well, a helmet's a good idea then. All right, have fun. Okay, Ava's working on gymnastics with a helmet and the lawn. Here are my rows. Can you see those? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 furrows. And in these furrows, they're wider, maybe 4 or 5 inches. I'm gonna do staggered beans. So bean, 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 bean. And I can do 4 different kinds if I want, but I am actually gonna do 3 different kinds. Brent just cracked the window open to ask me to get lettuce out of the garden for chicken burgers tonight. How cool is that? I'm just gonna go harvest our own lettuce out of the backyard. First, I need to finish planting the beans. Okay, so in these furrows, this canned here is a dark green bush bean. I'm gonna do 2 rows of those because I would like to pickle and can a lot more green beans this year than I did last year. And the 2 rows over there, I'm gonna do 1 row of dragon tongue beans, which I can also pickle or can, and the Roquencourt, I don't know. This is a yellow wax bean. This is the kind we make soup with my busha. So this year, the Polish ladies will be over and we will make some soup with these. And these ones we'll eat fresh or can and preserve. Friends, this is a lot of beans. Okay, so I just pushed them lightly on the ground. I'm gonna go through and water them in, then pull that mulch back over top of them, and then move on to the second rows. Okay, these 2 rows are planted. These are the dragon tongue, and they look like that. And they'll look like that. And then my yellow beans will look like that. And they're currently these little black beans. So I got these rows right here. I'm gonna guess those are about 10-foot rows maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and water them in. And I water them in underneath this mulch. I probably wouldn't do this every year, but since we're in such a dry spell right now, I am gonna water them into the shells. I know the bean shell's gonna get moisture, and that way I can cover them up and I water them in again, because we're not supposed to get rain for at least a week. So I'm gonna make sure these are nice and moist to germinate. Guys, this is starting to look like a garden, isn't it? Look at all the green, the pretty rows. So all the beans are planted. Today's supposed to be about beans and melons, right? So this is my garlic patch. Hang on. There we go. This is my garlic patch. Like I said, it comes out about the 4th of July. So I weeded all the big weeds in here. I'm gonna go ahead and plant a couple hills. Maybe 1, 2, 3, with a couple seeds of this Blacktail Mountain watermelon this year. And my reasoning behind this is that when these come up, these will be starting to get big and sprawly. So I got about a month left of my garlic. If I put these seeds in now, by the time they need more room, I'll be able to pull all this garlic out and give them some room. I'll have to make sure that I give them some fish emulsion fertilizer, because there will be a little bit low on nutrients maybe right here, but that's how we're going to interplant these ones today. And then I'm also going to put a bunch of bouquet dill in this back corner. I've got a couple little volunteer ones coming up. I'm just going to get a patch of dill going in this back corner. Okay, I'm going to add some Benary zinnia heads into the corners of the garden. So I just saved the heads whole. Can you see those in there? And then I just crush them up. All the dead leaves and seeds and all. I'm just gonna water that in really good. I'm gonna do it in this corner and the back corner over there. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Except for flowers, the garden is planted. So here I've got the garlic with the Blacktail Mountain watermelon intermixed. I've got dill and zinnia seed in the back corner. I've got these calendulas all on the front. I am going to go ahead, you can see they're really, really densely planted. They self-sowed themselves. I'm going to come through and thin those out so they're more even hedge here. And I'm probably going to put some on either side, but I'm going to wait until the heat's not so bad for that. So there'll be calendula in the front, the double row of peppers behind it. I'll have my squashes in these cups behind that with a double and a half row of beans. Down there, cabbages, onions, and I will put something along the sidewalk edge. I don't know yet what that's going to be. I might have enough of these calendula to do another row back there. And then over here on the very end, I have got the giant mustard and all of these cold hardy items that may or may not make it, but we're going to give them a little garden space and see what they can do. So isn't she lovely? We'll put some flowers out over the weekend when the sun is not quite so hot. You guys see all these little fluffy seeds everywhere? It's a cottonwood tree in my neighborhood. It is the bane of my existence. I'm so allergic. I don't know if they pick up on camera or not, but they're flying through the air, and I'm gonna sleep like crap tonight, guaranteed. As we're right next to the air conditioner, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but here's the next beans that we did. I've got 3 grow bags back here with these long fence poles that I'm repurposing. They are nailed together at the top, and I planted Good Mother Stalliard beans. They're really cute looking. Can you see them? Oh, better here. And they are a semi-runner, so they will run most of the way up this, but they won't get out of control in theory. And what I'll do is I'll take twine and put it around here for them to grab as they start growing and going up the teepee. So Good Mother Stalliards, you can eat those fresh, or I can let them dry out and use them for a chili bean. Okay, the next bean I'm going to plant is Flavor Star. And this is a runner bean. Got 25 in here. The pack got wet when my husband decided to wash the air conditioner next to them. So I'm planting them all. And I'm going to plant them in here. This is where I had those peas that never really took off. I'm going to just pull these baby shoots. I'm going to go ahead and plant all these, and I'm going to feed those pea shoots to the chickens. So I ended up doing a row in the back of those 25 Flavor Star runner beans. And then I re-sowed these silver slicer cucumbers, maybe about 4 inches in. And I think I did 7 plants. The hope is that I can get these runner beans going up, and these cucumbers will come in and I'll be able to tie them kind of behind them. We'll see if it works or not. Okay, our last regularly scheduled bean to plant, which means I don't promise not to plant more, but this is the last one in my intention to plant, is the scarlet runner bean. And I'm going to plant it on this lattice. So I just went through and hosed down this back corner here and got it nice and wet. And I'm going to drop all these along here and let that climb up this lattice. And if I have enough, I'm going to go around the corner. So the whole lattice will be covered in this really pretty scarlet runner bean. Okay, sun's going down. It's a funny angle. But I'm going to do melons. I'm doing 2 melons right here. I'm doing the Minnesota midget melon, which is a smaller melon. It grows on a 3 to 4 foot vine, and it's kind of personal sized. These are the melons I've grown well for several years. I'm gonna put them on little teepees right behind me in this square. And then I'm gonna do these Kajari melons, which I've not successfully done. And I'm gonna do those behind those cosmos right there. And we're gonna see if I can't get one. This is what that looks like. Isn't it cute? So we got cosmos and anise hyssop in this bed already. And then I'm gonna make 3 of these. I have the twine, so I put twine around this one teepee. I'll get more for those 2 as they start going. And then around the base of every leg, I planted 3 Minnesota midget vines with the hope that 2 come up. The seeds are a little bit old. If they all come up, that's fine. I'll just move a couple over here and let them grow up the lattice as well. But this should take over really well. I'll go ahead and get some mulch in there next week, and then I'll work on planting these little holes that are kind of empty. But I have one more melon, which is the thing I'm supposed to be doing. I get very sidetracked. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Actually, let's get sidetracked real quick. Look at this. That's a Rubinado Cosmo. Oh, the color's coming. All right, back on track. Kajari melons. Okay, so now we're on the back side of that bed. We just planted with the Minnesota midget melons. This has got the ranunculus in it. And look, I've got some balloons coming here too. Oh my gosh, we're so close, guys. So excited. And I got these crazy, huge, giant sunflowers. Volunteers, I don't know.